Gage is on the beat.
Gage Peart, Vice President of FFL, one of the coolest names, FFL Enhanced Foundation, as well as one of our top producers. I think he paid nearly $350,000. We all should have just bought a policy from him to get him over that Hall of Fame hump. But Mr. Gage Peart, how are you doing, and what are you focused on for 2021, my man?
Well, I'm doing great. I'm very grateful that I'm even considered to be on this call. So I do appreciate you having me on here, Grady, and I appreciate everything you do for all of us within FFL America. I just want to say, I'm grateful to be a part of your agency. I'm grateful to be in this inner circle with all these vice presidents and great people. But really for 2021, what I'm really focusing on is bringing people up with me because it's crazy to say this, and I've told this to a lot of my team, Grady, but like December 2019 was tough for me. I, in all honesty, I was sending out resumes. I was looking for other jobs because I didn't have the belief in myself that I could do this. And I started in August of 2019. So I was 4 months into FFL, still having those thoughts. So I know there's many people on this call who are on that fence of thinking if they can actually do this or not. And I promise you, if you continue to just keep hopping on the calls, keep showing up to the BDMs that'll start happening, to the conferences, you will persevere and break through that wall because it's going to click. Because it just takes hearing maybe one person you've never heard before to break through that barrier that you're currently going through. So I just wanted to kind of reflect on that. But my biggest goals is bringing people up with me, Grady. I think next year, one of my goals is to have 100 writers. I know they say that's the magic number, is to have 100 writers doing $1 million a month. But I also think that it's really important that I have 5 vice presidents by the end of 2021, because that means I'm truly helping bring up people with me. So 100 writers, 5 vice presidents, and I'm shooting for 8 logos by the end of 2021. And I think that it just starts by leading from the front. So like you said, I fell short of Hall of Fame. Like I said, in 2021, that really wasn't one of my goals in January of 2020 was to hit Hall of Fame. I was just trying to survive the business. So I was shooting for 250,000 to make it loud and clear. And so I personally hit the goal that I was shooting for. But this year, Hall of Fame in 2021 is the drop dead goal, because I see it all across the company. People who are hitting Hall of Fame are also growing some of the biggest and fastest agencies. So I'm not confused on that. So the way I'm going to do that is I've got some mailers out in King County. So I'm going to start taking 1 or 2 travel trips out to Seattle, Washington to try to find my gold mine. And I think that's key to success here in the business, is maybe not getting, the mailers or locking out some counties near you because it's already locked out, but finding an area in the United States that, 1, you want to travel to, and number 2, that you think you can strike gold, because there's gold mines all across the country. I mean, Missouri, Ohio, Kentucky. I mean, there's cities out there that are waiting for people to be helped and to be served. So it's just up to us about getting uncomfortable and taking those travel trips. And I think that, with this year and Michaela really helping me build this business, because I think that's when my business really changed, is when I took her to convention with me. And convention is what really gave me the conviction that I do this. It was seeing hundreds of people in this room saying, this works. I've been doing this for a couple years. I've been doing this for 4 years, 5 years. And so it's going to be crucial for you to get to convention, but also to take people with you. I took 3 people with me that were unlicensed, and one of them may only be here, but one of them is my business partner in Michaela and helping me grow my business. So I think it's all about taking people and exposing people to FFL, because I want you guys to really realize, like, we have an opportunity of a lifetime at our hands, or at our fingertips. We have the ability to our own checks with our own hands. And by the work that we put in, by investing in the leads, by making the calls, by getting hung up on. I got hung up on hundreds of times this year. I got told no hundreds of times. I drove out an hour and a half to have no one be there almost 100 times probably. And it's just, everyone goes through the same thing, but I just didn't quit. And so it's just crazy to me that I'm even on here giving back to the agency right now. I started 2020 with me, nobody else, just myself, trying to figure this thing out. Now we're at 23 agents this month, writing over 150,000 of issue paid business. Q4, we finished over 500,000 of issue paid business within the agency. I mean, just to say these numbers, Grady, it makes it really seem unreal. And this was 12 months. I mean, 12 months ago, I was worried about if I could buy my family Christmas gifts. Here, I bought them everything they wanted. And so it's just, it's crazy that if you just keep fighting through and fighting and take the punches and just do what you got to do. Like we're not just wasting our time by telling you to make $300. We're not wasting our time talking about hit 10 door knocks in a day. Like this is what we did. This is what we had to do to get to this point. Like we're nothing special. We just did the work and we complained. Instead of complaining, we ask questions on how we can get better. And that's what it's really about. We all have this equal opportunity here. There's probably 20 to 30 people who are going to be better than me this year, who are just getting started. But you better believe that I'm going to work my ass off so they don't pass me, because it's all about, friendly competition here. I love all of the VPs here, but I'm trying to get to $1 million a month before any of them get to $1 million a month. And that's just the reality of the situation. So I know I just threw a lot out at you, man, but
you're
I
passionate.
just want to be real with.
Your passion's incredible, Gage. We're very
yeah, no, I mean,
done.
Yeah, man. I mean, I no sales experience before this, no insurance experience, and now I'm sitting on a platform calling myself a vice president by the end of the year. Like my family tells me that they're proud, and it just doesn't. It's kind of surreal that hard work can lead to the results that you didn't think were possible. I mean, I was just 5 this year. Now I'm walking into this next year trying to become an integrity partner, which is just surreal, to be completely honest with you, man.
Well, Gage, I'm proud of you. Seeing you commit to the team, the selflessness in which you share on a daily basis, or at least a twice a week basis, by helping out with live dials. You're always positive in Slack, always just going above and beyond, man. And it's a testament to the reason why your team is growing. People are following you. People want to work with you. I mean, you're a classic example of, I didn't listen to that inner voice telling me I couldn't do it and I'm not going to make it. And this isn't my reality and I can't achieve what I want to achieve. And to see you going on here, and dude, I was not giving you guff at any, I mean, maybe 1%, but 99%, I'm crazy proud of you writing 350 in a year. My best year was 310 and I worked my butt off. And so all these people on here and starting to go, everyone's going Hall of Fame, says Nina. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go. So I'm proud of you, dude. Any final advice to set everybody off into the new year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the one hit on is, I know this pandemic is starting to clear up a little bit. So there's going to be BDMs, there's going to be sales conferences, there's going to be events that go on in your area 2 hours, 3 hours from you. I promise you, those events is what saved my life. And I'm still here in this moment in time. Grady came out to Dallas last year at the end of 2019 with Jordan and Ashley and Genevieve. And I just seen them. And that was when I was still on the fence of, applying for other jobs. But I got around them and I realized what this next year was going to be. And if I just stuck my head down and listened to them, I knew that I was going to be successful. And one other thing that I would say really changed the game for me is, instead of me just talking to my upline, Jordan Lowry, I started talking to Rob Richmond. I started talking to Genevieve Okoro all the time at the beginning of this year. I started talking to Jesse Parley, which is in another FFL agency. I talked to Clay all the time. I've started talking to Julius as of recently. I've talked to Nina before. It's all about expanding out. Your upline is great, but you have to hear it from other people, because you're going to hear from your upline all the time. So when you branch out, your business will branch out as well. So appreciate you having me on here, Grady, and I can't wait for 2021.
Appreciate you, bro. Have a happy new year. Drop an EF in the comments below for Enhanced Foundation.